Have you ever wondered if God was with you right now? Like how Jesus was with the disciples, teaching and encouraging them through good times and bad. We're going to explore the Old Testament and discover how the whole story of the Bible is His story, the story of Jesus. And through some events wherein He reveals Himself to us, we will learn that Jesus is with us then, today, and tomorrow, forevermore.
Hey, Debs. Hey, Carlo. What you doing? Just putting on sunblock before I go out. Because the past few days, though it was raining, yesterday when I went out to go to the market, the sun was so out, and it was scorching hot. And it was only this cap that saved me from all those heat.
Wow. You know, it reminds me of when God was protecting the Israelites, the story of Moses in the wilderness. You know, that sunblock, no matter how wet you get without put all that sunblock on your skin, and that cap probably wouldn't protect you out there.
Yeah, I kind of heard that story where they wandered for 40 years. Did Jesus make a cameo then?
Let's find out. Why don't we go dive into that story right now? For many years, God's people had been slaves in Egypt, and God sent Moses to bring them out of Egypt. After a series of plagues and finally the Passover, where the oldest child in each home, not marked by the blood of the Lamb, was killed. Finally, Pharaoh let the people go, and they were on their way out of Egypt.
Finally, the Israelites must have thought that everything would be smooth sailing since they left Egypt. Now that they were free from being slaves under cruel masters.
Hold on. They still had a long way to go. As God led them out of Egypt, He gave them something specific to lead them. He went before them as a pillar of cloud in the day and a pillar of fire by night. This shows us that God was with His people and He was leading them each step of the way.
Whoa, this was no ordinary cloud in the sky.
Well, the pillar of cloud and the pillar of fire stayed with God's people. The pillar actually went from being a guide to a guard. The pillar provided light to the Israelites, but to the Egyptians it was only darkness. The fiery presence of God protected and provided for His people, while at the same time blinding those who tried to kill them. Even when God parted the Red Sea, His presence and power continued to guide and guard His people all the way, 40 years in the wilderness, to their promised land.
So that's the Jesus cameo. Just like the pillar of cloud and fire is God's physical power to rescue His people from the Egyptians and into the promised land. And Jesus also was sent to personally rescue us from sin and death and to restore us back to God. And because of that, what I realized is that God will never leave me nor forsake me. Right, Kuya Harlow? And especially when things are at the toughest and at the darkest.
That's it. That's the promise of God. That's also the power of God. The same love that He showed the Israelites, guiding and guarding them through the wilderness into their promised land, is the same love that Jesus Christ shows us, being our guide, our guard, and always being by our side. Well, stay tuned next week. We see more of Christ's cameos in the Old Testament.